Japanese candlesticks. First thing I should have learned, but it was the last thing I learned because nobody told me the importance of reading candlesticks. So I'm just going to get into it, okay? Japanese candlesticks tells us who's dominating the market within a set time frame.
Good morning, TradeLocker.
Buddy.
Good morning.
Okay, so I need to get my mind together. There's a lot of moving parts this morning. So Father God, help me teach this morning. Help me give these people what they need. In Jesus' name, amen. All right. Those of you all that are believers, be in agreement. Those of you all not, just get the blessing. All right. So Japanese candlesticks. That was first thing I should have learned, but it was the last thing I learned because nobody told me the importance of reading candlesticks. So I'm just going to get into it. Okay. So
Just go
let me
ahead.
share my screen.
Can't wait.
All right. Japanese candlesticks. All right. They're very, very easy to understand. I don't necessarily ascribe to you learning every single name of every single pattern and da 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 da. You just need to know what it is saying. If you think about it like a conversation, you have two people talking. You have buyers talking. You have sellers talking. What are the sellers telling the buyers? What are the buyers telling the sellers? And how are they responding when they're being spoken to? Okay. Japanese candlesticks are just visual orders being placed in the market. That's what it is. Look at it like a receipt piling up. You have this item, this item, this item, this item. And when you have buy orders placed in, the market will go up. When you have sell orders placed in, the market will go down. I need you all to remember that. And this is really a beginner's Japanese candlestick lesson. So we always know that buyers push the market up and sellers push the market down. But Japanese candlesticks tells us who's dominating the market within a set time frame, whether you're looking at through 1 minute, 2 minute, 5 minute, 15 hour, 4 hour, monthly, daily. It is showing you how price action is moving based on those orders being filled. And the things that Japanese candlesticks tells us is where price started, how low prices dropped, how high prices risen, and where price ended up. It looks like this. Price starts right here. Let's call this $1. Price started at $1. It dropped to 50 cents. It rose to $2. It closed at $1.50. We understand that type of stuff more than 739, 8.392. We understand dollars and cents. So you have to bring your concepts to something you already deal with every day, whether you're dealing in pounds or whether you're dealing in US dollars or whatever. Just know that price starts at a price. The candle starts at a price. It can drop low, it can go high, and it can close. Now, how do you know if buyers or sellers are controlling the candlestick for that period of time? It's very simple. You look at the close price in relation to the open price. I just told you, buyers push the market up. So if price closes higher than it opened, you know that buyers pretty much dominated that candle for that space of time. The opposite is true. If price opened at $1.50, and let's just say it closed at $1.50 is lower. I'm sorry, $1 is lower than $1.50. So I know that for the most part, the sellers dominated the market because the sellers pushed the market down. Now, I did not realize how important wicks were. Some people call these shadows, okay? You have an upper shadow and a lower shadow. Not always, but most times you do. And you have the body of the wick. The body of the candle. A long body candle means that there were a lot of orders placed in the market because, again, these are orders being filled. The longer the body, the more the more orders got placed in this time frame. Are you guys follow me? Yes or no?
I am definitely.
Okay.
If guys follow, write in the comments. Yeah.
So now let's talk about the wicks. The wicks are super duper important. The wicks tell the story of where the money is in the market. A long wick tells you where liquidity is in the market. It tells you where price was rejected from going any higher or any lower. And it shows you where buyers or sellers have entered the market. And it shows the opposing powers of the opposing forces' power. It's a war between buyers and sellers. Buyers want to do one thing, they want to push the market up. Sellers want to push the market down, and they're talking to each other. So when I look at this, see this long wick right here? long wick, long wick, long wick, long wick, long wick. This is showing me where liquidity is in the market. I look at this like you're stealing cookies from the cookie jar and you reached all the way down, grabbed the cookie and ran. See how price was down here at this point? And then it wicked out. This is called a wick out. It wicked a very long wick and price rose. But look, price came back to that same zone here and here. Why did price come back there? Because this is liquidity in the market. This means that this is a great sales price to buy it. I'll repeat that. Price came back to this zone because this is a terrific sales price. This is like, I'm just going to put it in a way that we can understand. This is a half price sale. And then price rose again. And then they had another half price sale. And then another half price sale. So every time price comes into this zone, not every time because it didn't wick out right there, but I know that this area is an area that price will typically come back to. Price likes to return to the wicks. Again, it shows us where the liquidity is, and it shows us where to buy from in an uptrend. Are we clear on that? Yes or no? I don't want to continue if we're not clear.
Guys, are we clear?
Somebody type in the chat, yes, 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 or something that I know that you're following me.
Yes.
Clear, yes.
Providing clear, yes. Okay, yes.
Okay. The opposite is true for a downtrend. I want to look at wicks at the top because it's showing me price got rejected up here. Came down, came back to the zone, came down, came back, came down, came back. Because there is money for a sales price. This is a great sales price. So your wicks are very, very important to pay attention to. Now, the long wick indicates how much the opposing pressure had on, in this case, the buyers. But this is a red candle. I know. I can make my candles all one color. I don't care if they're red, blue, green, yellow, orange, or white. You know a buy candle from a sell candle based on the open, the close price in relation to the open price. However, this candle, and I'm going to show you this way. This candle used to be all the way up here. It used to be a buy candle all the way up there.
Recording in progress.
Sorry, clicked it. I'm recording with another tool and decided to also maybe with this. So we have two.
That's okay. So you know that price used to be all the way up here. The wick shows you where price used to be. But who pushed the market down? Only sellers can push the market down. So this candle right here used to be dominated by buyers. Now it's dominated by sellers. And I know that based on the length of the wick. So this used to be a seller's candle. It used to be all the way down here. Buyers pushed it all the way up there. Now, why is this important? This is important because you don't, and I'm going out of order, but you don't look for candlestick patterns just willy-nilly anywhere. You look for them at your key entry levels. I don't care whether it's called a hammer. I don't care whether it's called an engulfing candle. I don't care what it's called. I don't care what it's called. I care what the candle is saying. Price was told this is too high. This price is too high. Come down. Price was told this is too low. Raise the prices. This is how I think the feds think. They say interest rates are too low. Raise the interest prices. Okay? So that's how I look at it. All right. So what else do candlestick patterns tell us? They tell us when power has been exchanged from one to another. If you look at this, sellers, 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 sellers. This used to be up here, yes? Got pushed down, pushed down, pushed down. You have sellers selling, and then you have this big guy that popped up. This is called a bullish engulfing candle. I don't care what it's called. I just know what it's doing. This candle is twice as big as the previous candle. Now, personally, I like for this candle to supersede this one as well. Because the bigger the candle, it means more buying power went into this bullish engulfing candle. So if I know I have way more buyers that towered over the previous two candles, then it's more apt to continue up in the direction that I want to go. So again, this is not technically an engulfing candle. This candle, this bullish engulfing, this buy candle, engulf this sell candle. But I personally like for it to engulf both. The same is true here. We have buyers pushed up, buyers, 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 and then sellers came down. When you see this, that is an indication to look for an entry. Now, which candles should you pay attention to? Only at your entry zone, meaning I'm not checking for candlestick patterns. Let me go to here. I'm not looking at candlestick patterns here or here or here or here. I'm not looking for that. I'm looking at my candlestick patterns at my support levels or my resistance levels. And if you don't know support and resistance, and if you don't know trends, and if you don't know what entry zone to buy or sell from, you need to join the mentorship. I go through all of that in about 4 weeks worth of time. As a matter of fact, I have people that join the mentorship. The last time we met, like 5 people, and they are all profitable, all of them. One is taking the prop fund challenge as we speak. Right. So enough about that. So which candlesticks should you pay attention to? Those that are in your entry zone. And you have to determine what support level and what resistance level is your entry zone. I'm not going to give away all my secrets. All right. So let's talk Doji. Doji is a consolidated market in a candle. That's what a Doji is. You have, I told you, look at the open price as relates to the close price. Boom, boom, boom. They're almost basically the same price. That means that they couldn't dominate. No, neither the buyers nor the sellers dominated right here. It opened and closed around the same price. So one was just as strong as the other. Neither one could push the market up or pull the market down. So indecision was made right here. You don't trade a Doji separately. You look for the Doji to give you something like this. You look for the Doji to be engulfed. Now, you look for, again, if you're looking for bullish moves, then you should be looking at this at a support level. The thing that I love about Forex and trading is that it makes sense. You don't have to think of tricks and you just have to think logically about the market. What is the market doing? Where's the market going? So you think logically, you'll be okay. So what does this tell us? The price rose right here. It did not go any higher than here. How do you know it didn't go any higher? Because I don't have a wick. Price was all the way down here. Price got pushed all the way back up here. So what is this, a bullish candlestick or a bearish candlestick? Somebody type in the chat. Antonio said, are you guys following? Okay, that's you. Is this a bullish? Start typing that. Is this a bullish candlestick or bearish? Yes, it is a bullish. Do I need to know the name of this? No, I don't. I just need to know what it's doing. I know it came down here. Buyers pushed it up, so that makes it bullish. Bullish or bearish? I don't care the name. Used to be down here. It's not. Buyers pushed it up. Bullish or bearish? Bearish, because the sellers pushed it down. This is some people's favorite candlestick pattern. Why? Because you don't see this, but you would have had a long stream of sell candles, and you had a nice body. You had a lot of sell orders being placed. And then all of a sudden, the market didn't know what it wanted to do. It's like I look at it like on the playground where, I was bullied as a kid. I really was. I was bullied. And I was the youngest, and I had an older sister that was a fighter. I didn't like to fight. So I would get chased home from school. And I look at this like the bully's chasing me, the bully's chasing me, the bully's chasing me. But they don't know that they ran into my sister standing behind me. This is a bully candle. This is a candle responding to the bullies. Like all of a sudden you were doing all this talking. You had all this talking. Now you're quiet. Now you don't have anything to say. Okay, we're going my way. And that's how I remember. Now, other people say, okay, a morning star means the sun is rising. But I look at it like you had all that mouth and now you're quiet. Okay, it's my turn. Now, tweezer tops. Don't care the name. I just see what happened. Had double rejection. Boom, boom. At the same level. Price rose up, was told no. Price rose up, was told no again. Price wanted to go higher. No, we're going lower. Okay, let's try it again. No, we're going lower. You want these back to back. Where would I look for this? Support or resistance? Somebody tell me.
Write in the comments, guys.
I would look for this at resistance because this is a bearish move. Because look, only sellers can push the market down. The sellers push the market down 2 times in a row. And this was long. So I look for this at resistance level in an uptrend or downtrend, guys. In a downtrend. Jason, And Trey, you need to take my class. I'll get you right. I promise you I will. You're going to look for this at resistance levels. You're going to look for this at support levels because the buyers push the market up 2 times in a row. So let's look at some real life examples if we can. Let's find some. Any questions about anything? Okay, this is beautiful. All right, uptrend. Does everybody know how to find a trend? Does everybody know what constitutes a trend? Before I continue, Gail said, not yet. I don't know what she's answering.
Not yet, as no questions yet. But
Okay, all
some
right.
people know how to determine a trend, but some don't.
Okay, so I hope you guys paid attention. Every screen just about on my PowerPoint had my email address. Email me for classes. Okay, so 1, 2, that makes a trend. That makes a trend. 2 pullbacks makes a trend. Okay, I don't count all of these little bitty spider web looking hanging things. 1, 2 makes a trend. Now I go in here and I say, okay, what candlestick pattern do I see on my chart? I see a wick and I see an engulfing candlestick. I just happen to have this open. I take the trade. It's just that simple. It is just that simple. And I'm going to do this a little bit neater so we can all see how I would take the trade.
You can close off the instruments list. Just click on the little line between the instrument list and the chart.
Okay.
Like you can resize it. You can resize it and do whatever you want to make the chart bigger.
So I have a wick, a long wick that told me I'm going to grab this money right here in the zone. This is where I'm going. Look, it came here and here and here already. But this is not the one I trade because the trend has not been established. So I'm like, okay, you coming here. You came down low enough. And I won't tell you how low I go. You have to get into TradeMaster for that. And here on the other end, I have an engulfing candle that told me the bully was coming. The bully was coming. There's my sister showing up. Let's go. You have it again. Wick rejection here. Engulfing there. Do you see it? Let's go. Because I'm looking for rejection. I'm looking for price to get rejected. Trey said, yes, indeed. So let's look at it. I don't know what's trending down. Let's find something. When I teach, I just teach randomly. I don't really prepare to show you any chart or anything. So I don't know what's trending and what's not. Where in which direction?
Trey says gold is trending.
Is it a downtrend?
Trey says yes, gold.
Okay, let's go to gold. Now, if this what you're talking about, I don't count that as a trend because I don't have any corrective moves. Let me go to a higher time frame and see.
Just a question first, Charmin. Do you have is it possible to finish in 5 or 8 minutes, something like that, because it's going to be turned off?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. I will.
Sorry.
All right. And if anybody wants to continue this lesson, they can reach me at trademastersmentorship@gmail.com.
I'll write.
There it is right there. Trademastersmentorship@gmail.com. Okay. I don't see, well, technically, I'm going to just do that part. Okay. And ignore that part. Let's look at this right here. This was, goodness gracious. We have here and there and there and there. What I will do is I might go around a time frame or 2 just to make sure I see what I see. If I don't see what I need, I don't trade it. That's just the truth of the matter. I won't trade it. If I don't see my candlestick patterns, I don't trade it. This is not the first trade that I would have taken because the trend had not been established. Even though I have an engulfing, I would have traded it. However, I see this and that right there. I have wick rejection, in a downtrend. We look for it at the top. I have wick rejection, a small wick rejection, but look how large that engulfing is compared to the buy candle. And look at the signal afterwards. So again, it doesn't matter what the candle is called. If you know what it's saying and you look for it at your key levels, you look at your entry zones, at your support and your resistance. You look for wick rejection at the bottom for your support. You look for it at the top for resistance. That's what I'm looking for. Candlestick pattern, candlestick pattern. That's what I look for. You look for this in an uptrend. You look for this in a downtrend. Very simple. And that's what I refer to as you heard me last time, I said I look for my CSP. That's what I'm telling myself. Look for your CSP at this place of support or at this place of resistance. And price will show you where it's been before. That's the cool thing about it. We're looking at past data and making decisions on what we will do in the future. Okay. So I will open the floor for any questions this last 5 minutes or whatever. If anybody has any questions, they can ask and unmute if they so choose.
There's a question from Bobby. I told them to check out your auditorium, but maybe you can answer it now.
Okay. From your experience trading and teaching, what is the biggest obstacle you see traders face when not sticking to the trading plan and risk management? Those are the two biggest things. Not sticking to the trading plan. You know what works. You see it work. That's what back testing does. Back testing allows you to see what is working. If you find a system, stick to the system. People want to veer left and veer right because they want a quick fix, but you can't. I'm giving you every shortcut there is pretty much as it relates to pure market structure. There was not an indicator on my chart.
Yep.
Not one indicator on my chart. That's pure price action. So you can't shortcut the shortcut. Guess your strategy works less on gold. Well, no, it doesn't work. You just have to find the time frame that it works for.
No.
Somebody said it works less on gold. You can find these setups on just about every time frame. So you'll have more pullbacks on the lower time frame because price is going up and down, going up and down, going up and down. I wish I had more time. I wish I had more time. So yeah, if you, I'm sending email from mentorship. Okay, that's fine, Trey.
But you skipped one
Classes.
question.
I'm sorry. What was that?
You skipped one question. So you look from Gail. So you look for 2 touch points on a trend line based on a 4-hour.
It depends on what I'm trading. I don't trade index. Well, let me see this. I don't enter US 30 on the 4-hour. I will look for it to come to my zone, possibly on a 4-hour or 1 hour, but I enter on the smaller time frames. Your higher time frame tells you what to do. My trend tells me what to do. Am I buying or selling? My entry zone tells me where to buy and sell from. My lower time frame tells me when to get into the trade. So my higher time frame tells me what to do, buy or selling. They tell me where to buy and sell from. My lower time frame tells me when to pull the trigger.
You are right on the money, Professor. Great to know. Thank you.
You're very welcome, Bobby. Any more questions before we go? How much time do I have left?
How long do you stay in a trade?
When it hits my TP. I have my TP set. I have a dangerous way to get my money. You have to get in the mentorship to get that. But it's according to my trading plan. Yeah. Thank you, Miss Olivia. Olivia is taking my class. Yes. So I can't give away everything for free, guys.
Of course. I think
if you want to join a mentorship,
this was really
hit me up. Yeah.
This was really instructional, and I learned something today, which made this day a great day.
Yes. So look at your key entry zones. Once you get your key entry zones, you drop down your time frames and look for your candlestick patterns in that zone. If that makes it easier to understand for people. Wish I had time to show. How many minutes do I have left?
We have 1 minute left. Sorry, sorry about this. I mean, we can do it also some other time, and you can maybe go something else. I said people are asking about the mentorship. I sent everything here in the chat, and I think we can just finish off with a big thank you. Sorry, guys, for the technical difficulties. Sometimes it happens. You see people with perfect network connectivity. We did our Ask Me Anything session over an hour. We're doing these auditoriums every week in Discord, but sometimes Discord kicks us out. But no worries. We have a lot of people that joined in here. So thank you, Charmin.
If you email me, I will call you right away. So yeah. All right. So I will hopefully see you guys in the market. Bye.
Bye. Thank you, Charmin. Thank you, guys.
You're welcome.